Imagine flying in the luxurious Emirates Business Class on the iconic A380 for less than the price of a tank of gas. Yes, really. In this video, today I'll take you through the lounge, the onboard bar, and all the little details that make Emirates Business Class a standout. Oh, and stick around to find out how I paid just 126 New Zealand dollars for a ticket that's usually worth $1,200. That's a 90% discount. Luxury at 90% off? You're going to want to see this. I arrived at Christchurch Airport at 2 p.m. under bright blue skies. Now, a small confession. I had a minor foot surgery a week ago, so my brain decided to skip the check-in counter entirely. So this was a little hiccup on my part, and then I headed straight to security. So what this meant was carrying my small carry-on suitcase and backpack through the airport and the departure area. Silver lining, no waiting at baggage claim in Sydney. At the international departures, just before the security checks, I was greeted by a long line of fellow passengers. And to my surprise, there was no priority queue for business class or first class passengers towards the security checking area, which, let's be honest, was a bit of a bummer. But I've got to give credit where it's due. The security staff at the airport moved quickly, and I was through in about 20 to 25 minutes. Not bad, considering the new body scanners were causing a bit of a bottleneck at the airport security area. Now let's talk about the lounge experience. With some extra time before boarding, I made my way to the Manaya lounge. It's not an Emirates exclusive lounge, so it's a shared one. But hey, it does the job. You'll find it just a 5-minute walk past duty free. First impressions? Decent. Not jaw-dropping, but comfortable enough to wait for the star of the show, the A380. And there she was, parked outside the window. What a sight. Let's talk food at the lounge. The spread included lentil curry and rice, mushroom pasta, and an array of cheeses, sandwiches, and desserts. While the mains were a bit meh, the wine selection was actually excellent. White, red, and a neat little spirits section. Pro tip, skip the lentils, but grab a Chardonnay. Seating was comfortable, and the lounge had a friendly, relaxed vibe. Perfect for catching up on emails or doing some light office work or scrolling Instagram to make your friends jealous. Boarding was a breath of fresh air. Unlike the security check that didn't have a separate check-in queue, there was a separate lane for business and first class passengers. In fact, there was a whole separate gate for it. The economy and premium economy passengers went through gate 30, and the business and first class passengers went through gate 31, which were next to each other. So this made the whole process seamless, easy, quick, and efficient. And stepping onto the A380 through the jet bridge felt like walking into a luxury hotel. The crew greeted me with smiles, and some even remembered me from my previous flight because it was the same plane and same crew returning to Sydney the next day. Having said that, watch out for my Sydney to Christchurch Emirates first class experience over the next week or so. Maybe it was the chocolates and that's why they remembered me, but I still remember their smile as if it was yesterday. Be sure to subscribe to get notified when the Emirates first class video from Sydney to Christchurch is uploaded. And first impressions of the cabin? Stunning. Emirates has really mastered the art of wow. Just wow. So let's talk about the real estate you get up here. The business class cabin on A380 has a 1-to-1 layout, meaning everybody has direct aisle access, which is amazing. The seats themselves are spacious with a width of 20.5 inches and a fully flatbed feature. Beautiful leather upholstery that felt luxurious. Excellent lumbar support. This seat really was screaming comfort. You've also got a personal minibar with water and chocolates plus plenty of storage. I had 2 storage bins to my left just to myself. There's even space for your shoes, and Emirates has really thought of everything. Let's move to the laboratory. Even the bathrooms are fancy, spacious, impeccably clean, and stocked with high-end hand creams and perfumes. It's like they know you'll want to freshen up for the onboard bar. Speaking of, the bar area on the A380 with Emirates is located right at the back of the plane. This is the area where business class and first class passengers mingle and have cocktails made specially for them. The A380's onboard bar is a very social area and as social as it gets at 40,000 feet. The person in charge of making the drinks here, Christian, crafted me a breakfast martini. I think it's made of gin, marmalade, and citrus juices. It was delicious and even looked cool. And the crew, they even ensured the bar was quiet when I wanted to film. Top-notch service. Hey guys, this is started. This video is on my YouTube channel, Turn Left for Less. And I'm flying Emirates Business today. I flew Emirates First Class yesterday. And I have to say, it's one of the best experiences of my life ever. And I've been converted into a loyal Emirates client. Yesterday, this bar was full of 30 people. The capacity is about 26, and it was so busy I couldn't even take a decent shot. Today, hopefully I'm going to come back and take a few shots, take a few videos, and show you guys later. And this is an amazing Emirates, lovely staff taking the video over here. I can't thank her enough. Actually, I can't thank the whole staff enough, so thank you guys. Okay. Now let's talk food and beverage, one of my favorite topics. Dining on board Emirates is an experience in itself. I chose the Chinese-style braised chicken with jasmine rice and prawn makbous. Now, don't judge me because I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this correctly or not, but I did take pictures of the menu which you can go through at your own pace. Presentation, stunning. Taste, even better. And the wine list, extensive. Whether you are into reds, whites, or bubbly, or spirits, you'll find something to toast to. Emirates ICE system. Emirates ICE system is a marvel. Over 6,500 channels of movies, TV shows, and music, plus live cameras showing views from the cockpit, belly, and tail. It's like being in the co-pilot seat minus the responsibility. Let's talk about landing and arrival. The A380 landed as smoothly as a feather drifting to the ground. Remarkable. Disembarkation was quick, and since I skipped checked luggage, I was out of the airport in record time. So, was it worth it? Absolutely. For 126 New Zealand dollars and 43,800 Qantas points, I experienced a world-class luxury on a short-haul flight. If you want to learn how to travel like this without breaking the bank, head to turnleftforless.com. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, keep turning left for less. Alright guys, here is a short video of how you can use American Advantage miles to book a business class seat on a different airline from one destination to another. For the purposes of this video, we are going to be taking an example of Melbourne, Australia to London, United Kingdom. I've just picked a random date as February the 18th on Tuesday next year. Let me start from scratch. So when you log into your American Airlines account, and I suggest you log in because this strategy depends on your account being active for at least 30 days before you can implement this strategy. So log into your American Airlines Advantage account and click on book flights or travel. And then you need to tick redeem miles, tick one way. And as I said, in this example, we're going from Melbourne to London on the 18th of February. You can tick nearby airports. I've left them out. I'm just doing it for one passenger, so you can do it for more. And here is the important bit. You need to make sure that you have ticked or selected business/first in the class option and all airlines in the airline option. Okay, so make sure redeem is ticked one way, business first, all airlines, search. And what we'll find is there is a business class seat available for 85,000 American Airlines Advantage miles. with approximately 400 and something dollars in taxes. Now, let's look at this ticket. So this ticket is Melbourne to Sydney. So it's going to London via Sydney. So you'll be traveling to Sydney and then Sydney to Singapore with British Airways. The first domestic flight is with Qantas. Then the international first leg is with British Airways, and the second leg is also with British Airways. So if you look at the details, you will see that Melbourne to Sydney is business. Sydney to Singapore is also business, which is an 8-hour flight. And then Singapore to London is also business, which is a whopping 14 hours and 25 minutes flight time. Now, if we actually look at the price of the same ticket on the same day with British Airways, so if I go to Google and I look up Sydney to London on the same date, one-way business, Google Flights, we can see that the same flight starting at 4:20 p.m. and reaching London at 5:40 a.m. So let's go back and confirm. So if we go to details, Sydney, 4:20 p.m. Yeah, landing in London 5:40. So it's the same ticket. Now this ticket with cash is available for approximately $6,352. But the trick and the hack I have for you today is you can make it infinitely cheaper by simply purchasing miles when American Airlines have a promotion, which is to buy miles. So you're going to be buying miles of their own program at a 50% off. This is a particularly great tip if you are going to be traveling a few times a year, especially internationally. And this gets even more interesting when you're traveling first because the discount is even higher. Anyway, sticking to our example of traveling from Sydney to London, we now know that we need 85,000 miles. The rest is just taxes. So my suggestion would be to buy the whole lot because that's when you get the 50% off. And you can do your own calculations at 30% off as well. But if you do buy the whole lot, total miles, and you can use the remainder for other travel purposes. But if you do buy the whole lot at 50% discount, you're paying $8,465 US dollars, roughly. With the exchange rate of 1.54, that turns out to be roughly $13,000 in AUD, right? So if you're purchasing 450,000 miles for $8,500 US dollars, the value of 85,000 miles would be somewhere around 1,600 US dollars, right? You can do your own maths, meaning in Aussie dollars, it'll be approximately, because I'm in Melbourne, it'll be approximately $2,500. And there you go, $2,500, even with the additional tax of $404, is roughly 2,860 AUD, whereas the actual cash price of this ticket is 6,352 AUD. So if you follow this method and purchase miles and book your tickets, you can easily save approximately $3,500. And you can do the same thing with other destinations from Sydney to Tokyo, in Asia, and so on. So hopefully you found this trick and hack useful. I wish you all the best, and hopefully you can travel in style more often. Thank you.